Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Happy Thursday. It's Friday Junior. Are we feeling good about that? Are you excited for the end of the work week? Or maybe it isn't the end of your work week. Maybe it's just getting started and you work weekends. I used to work every single weekend because I worked in hospitality. I was a bartender, I was a server. But now I just get to come and hang out with you guys. This is my literal job. How cool is that? I feel very, very lucky. So because I feel so lucky and I get to give away money every single night and talk about how to make money on this app, let's talk about a trivia answer. So for anyone that is new and maybe you don't know that we're here, we do this pre-show every single night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. It starts 30 minutes before trivia. I always give away a trivia answer. We always talk about how to make money in this app, and we always show off your content. And then we hang, you know, we chat in the chat. That's what chat is for, right? So, to win trivia, you gotta answer 10 questions correctly. You gotta get all 10. I see that sometimes in the chat afterwards, people are like, but what if I got a 4 out of 10? You gotta answer all 10 of them correctly in order to get a piece of that $500 prize, but we make it a little bit easier for you by tuning if you tune in early. So, I'm gonna ask you question 8. You're gonna answer whatever you think it is. No harm in getting it wrong here. This is just a practice question, but it is the actual question 8 later on, and then I reveal the answer. So you're one step closer, one question closer to winning that $500. So tonight's question, I think it's like a science question. Oh man, that is not my forte, so I don't even know how to categorize the question. But let me know, maybe you are a science person. Okay. A Punnett square is a predictive device used in what branch of science? Astrophysics, genealogy, computer models. Yeah, see, this is just like a foreign language to me. I don't know what a Punnett square is. And really, what is astrophysics, genealogy, and computer models? No, I'm kidding. I know what those things are, kind of. This is why I ask the questions and you answer them. And then I just come up with some funny stuff about how it's a good thing you're answering them and I'm asking them. All right, let's see if you know this one. A Punnett square. This is always fun to see if you know this one without like Googling it, right? Actually test your brains. And it's looking like most of you know this, which, bravo, y'all are so smart. 53%, 52% of you are saying the correct answer as of now. And I just want to know, how do you know this? Please, if you got this right, tell me in the chat when this poll is down, like how did you know the answer to this? Did you learn it in school? Because I don't think I learned this. Did you guess? Let me know in the chat after this question. So the answer is genealogy. That is the answer to tonight's question 8. 55% of you did not need my help. And please, take a moment right now to make me feel better. I'm just curious. How did you know the answer to that? Did you look it up? Did you learn it in school for real? Are you a scientist? Did you study genealogy? Is this something a predictive device that you actually use in your job? Or was it a lucky guess? I'm so curious to know. Let's see. Okay, Chico99FB. I did a science project way back in like 9th grade. Yes, high school coming in handy. Jenny Girl X, the word predictive helped me with this one. Love that. A little deduction from the words. Bravo. Gummy Nuggets, Punnett square. You kidding? My favorite thing I learned in the medicine major in college. You are so smart. I know you're going to win trivia really soon. David Roberts says it's genetics, not genealogy. Isn't that the same thing? Is it not the same thing? Please explain to me because I don't know. John Castro says, I love display. Me too. All right, so that's the answer to question 8. We give that away every single night before the show. We got trivia coming up 12 minutes from now. You know what else is coming up after trivia? Lauren Elise's show, Harmony and Hughes. That's right. Every single Thursday, she talks to all types of creatives. And her show airs at 5 p.m. Eastern. But if you missed it today, we're going to be rerunning that episode after trivia tonight. So tune in. She's a super talented musician, great singer. Sometimes she sings a little on her own show. You definitely want to tune into that. Find out what artists are working on, what's inspiring them. So I definitely recommend, if you want some watching after trivia tonight, if you want to settle down after you got all that adrenaline going, tune into Lauren Elise's show. Check it out. In the meantime, we will be right back with some of your content. Hello everyone and welcome to Display Trivia. I am your host Sarah Pribis. How is everyone feeling on this fine Thursday? Are you getting in the spirit or do the winter blues got you feeling down? Are you bundled up or are you fed up? Are you feeling more weather outside is frightful or more fire is so delightful? No matter your mood du jour, I'm glad to see that if you're looking for a good time and some free money, you have come to the right place. Think of us as your favorite neighborhood hang, and you are always welcome to come as you are. Sometimes I'm sure that means you're unwinding after work or you've already wound down into something a little more comfortable. Depending on where you are in the world, you might be pouring your first cup of joe. Regardless, we are happy to have you. Here are some rules you're going to want to know going into the game tonight. You'll have 10 seconds to answer 10 questions each. When a new question appears, choose carefully because once you tap, there is no going back. Make sure you're connected to Wi-Fi and you're holding your phone vertically. Your winnings will appear in your display bank account if and only if you're an active user in the app. You might have come for the cash prizes, but you are gonna stay for the fun. Let's waste no more time. It's time for Display Trivia. Question 1. Select the American locale in which you might go snow skiing. Vail, the Everglades, San Diego. Select the American locale in which you might go snow skiing. Vail, the Everglades, San Diego. Ah, yes, skiing. For people who aren't content to enjoy a nice warm fire. You're telling me you'd rather be outside in this weather? Oh, and you're gonna hurl yourself down the side of a mountain? Okay, yeah. Well, if you need me, I'll be in the lodge sipping hot cocoa and intermittent napping. No, you heard me correctly. Not intermittent fasting. Why would I wait 12 hours to eat? Intermittent napping. I don't think it has any health benefits, but it does help me sneak in a few extra Z's while my family is whizzing down a frozen mountain. Whether you're après-ski or not, good luck finding snow in San Diego or the Everglades. Your destination here is Vail. Question 2. Which of the following animals does not have a blowhole? Blue whale, dolphin, mahi-mahi. Which of the following animals does not have a blowhole? Blue whale, dolphin, mahi-mahi. Which animal does not have a blowhole? Whoa, what's with all the negative self-talk? Let's focus on what we do have rather than what we don't. It's like, what? The number 2 lesson in being happy? The first is obviously get fries with that. Come on, you know you'll regret it if you don't. And no, I'm not sharing, you had your chance. Anyway, that's the advice that I'd give if I were a marine therapist. That and come up for air every now and then, or stop swimming in circles, you'll run yourself dry. Therapy is shell care, okay? All these animals have fins, but the only one who has gills and doesn't need oxygen from the surface is the mahi-mahi. Q3. This Celebrity's Favorite Things episode has included such items as luxury skincare and Uggs. Cher, Oprah, Madonna. This Celebrity's Favorite Things episode has included such items as luxury skincare and Uggs. Cher, Oprah, Madonna. I'll say it. The Favorite Things song? It's crap. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens? Okay, let me get this straight. You're telling me of all the things in existence, those are your favorite things? Really? A little list is sweet, sure, but what about money? You're telling me you prefer wild geese that fly with the moon on their wing to a steak dinner with all the fixins that someone else is paying for? Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes? Okay, but like, when did you see any girl wearing a dress that looks like that, let alone a whole group of them? And like, that specific dress? Are you really gonna die on this hill? I mean, to each their own, I guess, but the celebrity who dished out her favorite things on her talk show was none other than Oprah Winfrey. Question 4. The famous line, "Feed me, Seymour," is spoken by a character that is what type of object? An animal, a plant, a rock. The famous line, "Feed me, Seymour," is spoken by a character that is what type of object? An animal, a plant, a rock. In stage productions of this musical, this character is most often portrayed by a puppet. Well, that would have been very helpful information before I auditioned for the part. I don't get it. Like, why is my agent always sending me out on stuff that is so clearly against type for me? Like the other day, I auditioned for Sesame Street. And no, not one of the cool human cameos. I read for Elmo. I am a leading lady, like a best friend or supporting character. Like, I can do that, sure, but a ticklish puppet? Maybe it's time to hire a new agent. Regardless, let it be known, no more puppet roles for me. The only thing that should be playing Audrey 2 in Little Shop of Horrors is a puppet. Audrey 2, by the way, a carnivorous plant. No big deal. Question 5. The stretch form of this car was first invented in the US to transport whom? Musicians, athletes, politicians. The stretch form of this car was first invented in the US to transport whom? Musicians, athletes, politicians. Really, in theory, you could stretch any type of car. I don't know why we were only concerned with this one. You know what I want to rent for my birthday this year? A stretch Camry. Yeah, no, nothing too flashy. Yeah, something like mid-sized and moderately priced with great fuel efficiency. What? I'm a simple girl. I'll be in bed by 9 anyway. And while we're at it, why not stretch other modes of transportation too? A stretch bicycle? Yeah, let's fit 30 people on one of those things, easy. A stretch scooter? Definitely annoying and dangerous, but fun. But the stretch limo was first invented to transport big bands, namely the Glenn Miller Orchestra and all their instruments. Question 6. This group of islands off the coast of Florida are the namesake for a citrus-based pie. Cape Canaveral, the Keys, Venetian Islands. This group of islands off the coast of Florida are the namesake for a citrus-based pie. Cape Canaveral, the Keys, Venetian Islands. All these island destinations are beautiful, but the key to enjoying yourself on them? Forgetting you're in Florida. Forgetting You're in Florida, by the way, is the upcoming sequel to Jimmy Buffett's Broadway debut musical, Margaritaville. And if you missed it, boy, do I feel sorry for you. I kid. Well, mostly. I'm not kidding about Florida, though. That place is no joke. I went to visit my grandma there once. Her retirement home roommate was an alligator. Cross my heart. And grandmas, too, while we're at it. I do not trust those reptiles. Key lime pie is the delectable dessert of which I speak, named for the Florida Keys. Q7. These breath fresheners were introduced in 1969 as refreshing mints, Tic Tacs, Lifesavers, Altoids. These breath fresheners were introduced in 1969 as refreshing mints, Tic Tacs, Lifesavers, Altoids. I mean, I don't know what was going on in the 60s. Like, I hear it was a pretty crazy and innovative time, but you know what doesn't sound super innovative to me? Calling a mint refreshing. Is that one of Don Draper's ideas? That seems a little like calling a shower cleansing or calling a car transportational. If I'm not getting refreshment out of a mint, then what am I getting? A really teeny tiny treat? A placeholder while I wait for more food? I'm just saying, we have come a long way as a society in terms of mint slogans. Dirty mouth, clean it up with Orbit. Now that is a slogan. That is mint condish. At least what Tic Tac lacks in creativity, they more than make up for in alliteration. Question 8. A Punnett square is a predictive device used in what branch of science? Astronomical physics, genealogy, computer models. A Punnett square is a predictive device used in what branch of science? Astronomical physics, genealogy, computer models. Speaking of predictive devices, I'm obsessed with predictive text. And to prove my affinity for it, I will now do my next few lines of dialogue in a dramatic reading of my predictive text. I love you, buddy. I'm so sorry I just got invited to the East Village to get a new car park, and then I'm going to get out of the house and I'll get the money back from my mom's house. I think it's so cute and funny. I just watched the video of you watching the video of me, and my dad's so cute, LOL. Oh Lord, yes ma'am. Thank you for the help of your kindness and your spirit and happiness for me. I appreciate it so much. Love it. Love you too, mama. Mommy, love you, mama. And scene. That was fun. Punnett squares, almost as fun. Predict outcomes in genetics. Q9. Which dog breed originates from the same country as the artist who painted the Pan-American Unity mural? Chesapeake Bay Retriever, Chinook, Chamuco. Which dog breed originates from the same country as the artist who painted the Pan-American Unity mural? Chesapeake Bay Retriever, Chinook, Chamuco. Hold on. Before we get to the dogs, a very important subject. I want to talk about Pan America. Does Guy Fieri know about this Pan America? Oh boy. Because when he finds out, Flavortown is going to really feel the competition. I've never been to Flavortown, USA, but what I do know is that it's just one town. Like, how big can that be? But Pan America? That sounds like an entire nation. And I don't know about you, but I do not want to see an angry Guy Fieri. Yes, he's a chef, but he's always wearing steel-toe boots and shirts with flames on them. He's basically the heat miser of the Food Network. No thanks, I'll steer clear. Diego Rivera is the Mexican artist who painted the Pan-American Unity mural, and the only Mexican dog on this list is the Chamuco. It's time for the final question. Question 10. This bread comes from the Latin root meaning the hearth, focaccia, ciabatta, certosino. This bread comes from the Latin root meaning the hearth, focaccia, ciabatta, certosino. Look, you can call it whatever you want. I don't care what the name of the bread means. All I care is that it's fresh out of the oven, dipped in some olive oil, and popped daintily into my mouth, please. You know, at restaurants, they always bring the bread before the meal, but why not just make the bread the whole meal? This is a genius concept for a restaurant. I mean, most people fill up entirely on the bread anyway. All right, folks. So tonight we're gonna start you off on some oven fresh baguette, followed by the breadsticks we make in-house. Then we'll follow that up with some pão de queijo and some spaghetti, which is basically wet bread in fun shapes. Dessert is, you guessed it, bread with frosting. It might not happen in my lifetime, but a girl can dream. And some of you dreamed so hard, you just won! Focaccia is the bread whose name comes from the Latin focus, sound familiar? For hearth of the home where a fire was kept and bread was made. Folks, it really all comes together there at the end, both in this question and in this game. Brava! You did it! You tied up those loose strings. You put a bow on it. Wow, okay, I mean, I don't need it, but like, thank you for the gift. You guys spoil me. I guess it's only fair though after all the free money, right? I mean, it's not my money, but I still give it to you. Anyway, I hope you all have a great night and get some rest. We'll see you at 7:30 for our pre-show where we always give away an answer to that night's game. Good night, y'all. We will see you tomorrow on display.